Another woke project that has failed so badly that the studio has quietly announced that it's hitting digital in under 14 days of its release in cinemas is the disaster, the girl boss, Lord of the Rings, the War of the Rohirrim. This animated flick was so bad and so horrible at the box office that Warner Brothers has decided that after 14 days in cinemas, this project is going to digital because they've lost money already on this project. This is this is a good sign. This is a good sign that Hollywood needs to stop nonsense like this. Stop pushing girl boss projects. Stop pushing woke agenda. Stop pushing feminist projects that irritate fans. You know, you say you want to tell a different type of Tolkien story and all that. You want to almost like give us a different feel of Lord of the Rings, and you're pushing a different type of character that doesn't appeal to anyone. And you want a different set of audience to come watch you than the current audience that made Lord of the Rings the biggest, one of the biggest franchise in Hollywood history. You're chasing a new audience, and all of a sudden now this has tanked so badly you can't even blame anyone but yourselves, and you want to now throw this on digital. This is a disgrace. The Lord of the Rings, The War of Rohirrim will be available digitally starting December 27th of this month, and lo and behold, I'm making this video on the 27th of this month. So if you go on your streaming platforms, you'll be able to get to watch this film now. This is ridiculous. Listen, this film bombed so badly that it only made $4.5 million in its opening weekend, and in its second weekend dropped over 72% and only brought in $1.27 million. It has a reported budget of $30 million. It has a rotten score on Rotten Tomatoes of 47%. This is terrible, even though the fan score is around 83%. The reality is that this is low. This is the lowest rating for at least a Lord of the Rings film in history. This is, yeah, at least this sees it as the lowest, at least in the Lord of the Rings. I'm not gonna add the rubbish that we have from Amazon, the Rings of Power. I know that gets lower reviews than this, but this is a movie, literally, not a series or anything like that. So what has happened is that Warner Brothers had to release this film in order to keep the rights. They need to even release a new film at least every 10 years or so. And this is the project they decided to work on. The War of the Rohirrim was also from a previous executive team at Warner Brothers prior to Warner Brothers Discovery merger. The story also seemed to take a questionable approach, similar to those that Hollywood has put out the last few years, that hasn't resonated with the fans and has failed at the box office. Now, if you look at the next project in the Peter Jackson saga, as long as Andy Serkis, they're also returning to develop two new live action films. The working title of the first one is said to be The Lord of the Rings, The Hunt for Gollum. And then you also have Prime Video's Rings of Power Season 2 that is also returning in August of next year. So this is sorry, not August. That has already aired. That's already aired. I apologize. It has already aired the season 2. So we're looking at them working on a third season. So the the reality is that this project has been a disaster. The Lord of the Rings, The War of Rohirrim, it's been a disaster, and this is because of the direction that they have gone in. They decided to push a feminist agenda, a girl boss character, and no one likes it, and nobody wants to waste their time, their money to, watch this pile of trash. This is why it's failed at the box office. and this is why the studio has decided to throw it on digital as quick as possible within the space of 2 weeks, literally. So guys, share your thoughts down below on this announcement. If you have watched this film, what's your thoughts on it? Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Do like our content. I'll see you guys very much next time.